And if you can't, go get a 9-to-5 job that pays your basic life away and then spend your 5:30 p.m. to midnight tasting other things in startup land or internships.
So over this past year, I was working at a startup and then recently got laid off or was made redundant in December of this year.
Okay.
And I kind of I was at a point in my life where I was like in sales and I was like pretty into it, and I was like, all right, this is working for me. And then I don't know, I just suddenly was not that excited about it. So now I'm trying to figure out what. Not
excited because of the gut punch of the layoff, or not excited prior to it?
I think not excited prior to it.
Okay.
I was working at Yelp.
Yep.
And it was a lot of high volume outbound cold call sales.
Yep.
And it was just one of those things that I started doing. I got into it just because I need to be making money and
sure.
get a job.
Yep.
And it came to a point where it was another opportunity presented itself, and I was just like, all right, well, maybe this will be different. I'll be in a startup. I'll have a lot more autonomy over my day. And then I kind of just found out that I was getting pushed back in that same direction, which is just a bunch of outbound cold call, sales calls.
Right.
And I don't know. For me, it was just I felt like I was living a Groundhog Day, where I was basically just waking up doing the same thing over and over and over again.
You were.
Yeah. And so I guess now I'm at a situation where I just moved back home with my parents, and I guess I'm trying to figure out what's going to excite me, or what my next step should be, because I think going and continuing to do the same thing is obviously not going to be good for my self-esteem or good for me mentally. And I think I've kind of at this point decided, what do I don't want to do this, but at the same time, I don't know what it is that I do want to do.
But
I'm trying to figure that out.
Can you afford, Andy, watch this, you can knock that over. Are you in a place where you can afford to go and taste a lot of different things? I think of this like food. People are always like, what's my passion? What do I like to do? I'm like, I don't know. If you only eat pizza and hot dogs, how do you not, know if, foie gras or sushi or lemon soup is your favorite food of all time? I don't know where lemon soup came from. But, are you in a place where you can go and try doing different things? And if you can't, go get a 9-to-5 job that pays your basic life away and then spend your 5:30 p.m. to midnight tasting other things in startup land or internships. That's the actual practical answer to solve this question. Did we lose him? Is that him calling back? Hello? Hello? Yeah, all right, he's done. All right, let's move on. Yeah, sorry we lost the call. Where you go when you don't know what you want to do is you have to try to do things. It's not super complicated. So if you've got a trust fund, or if you've saved some money, or if you're living, ghetto and don't give a shit and live with 11 roommates and, and can afford to just cancel it out. What you got to do is you got to go and try things. You got to try operations. You got to try sales. You got to try all these different things. That's really just the only option out there. And so you've got to put yourself in a position, whether being humble and ghetto, to go and try things, or maybe you're in a luxury spot where you can go and do that. It's really the only way. You're not going to find out by guessing.